It's all good. So Randy and Sharon, please share what you know.
I didn't even see the light go down on the Christmas tree, you know. That's drag races and you hit the accelerator, you know, after you see the green light. So, well, thank you. And yes, we're Randy and Sharon Kline from Chicago, Illinois, just on the southwest suburb side. And it is absolutely an honor to speak with everybody. Thank you so much for joining the call. For those of you that are here for the first time, I think you're in for a very special treat. Sharon and I have been blessed to rub elbows with a lot of entrepreneurial vision people in our lives. And I have to say to you that it's been that very, very special for us in Uforia that these leaders in Uforia and the people that we're rubbing elbows with are beyond reproach. And we've been around the world. We've been very blessed to know a lot of successful people. And this company certainly is attracting the best of the best. So for anybody new on this call, hang with us. We're going to be brief, and we're going to talk a little bit about an amazing product tonight around the Uforia Science Company. And then for those of us that want to make a little extra income or want to make a lot of extra income and even be full-time down the road, we've got a company that can offer some amazing compensation. So, Sharon, you want to say anything on the opening?
No, I just want to welcome everybody, and I'm excited about Uforia Science. And this is a company that is so unique, so amazing, so different than any other, and it is just a pleasure to be in it and to work with the greats like Rob and John McKillop and Ron Williams and Terry LaCour. It's just an amazing company. So take it away, Randy.
Well, Robert, thank you. You're going to be the slide man tonight, and I appreciate that so much. Our very first slide talks about exclusive and proprietary, a one-of-a-kind opportunity. And I think that's actually an understatement when it comes to Uforia Science. When we heard about this company back in October of last year, we actually made a trip down to Dallas to see in action this company. And it was just music to my ears to hear about the exclusivity and the proprietary rights to what's going on, the patent behind everything that's engaged. And it truly is a one-of-a-kind opportunity. Terry LaCour, the mastermind behind a lot of the foundation of this company, obviously has been in business for many, many decades. And he knows what to do and how to launch and do things right. So one of the things that Sharon and I really look for is a company that is sometimes all under one roof. It doesn't have to lean on outside vendors very often. And when it does lean on outside vendors for ingredients or products, it goes, this particular company, I'm confident, goes out and gets the best of the best. So that was a big deal for us in choosing a company to actually grow with, was the fact that it was proprietary. Next slide, please. So when we look at a business or we look at products, both, so many times you might get engaged with a product that you represent and you think that you're exclusive. You think that, you know, you're going to make some money marketing out into the arena and it's not going to be duplicated by someone else at a lesser price. And, you know, we've all bought at eBay. We've all bought on Amazon. That seems to be the coming trait to, you know, shop on Amazon instead of walking into the soon to be gone. I guess I got a little bit of the Sears stores got a little reprieve now, but remember back in the day when we used to go in those stores and we used to shop, but now everything is pretty much done online. But the interesting thing is so many companies out there today in the direct marketing business or even in the retail industry are finding their product is on the Amazon pages and for a lot less money. So you got to ask yourself, if you represent a product that you think you've got a competitive edge and you want to represent in the direct marketing world, how's that feel when you see your exact same product on there for half? You know, I don't know how I can explain that to my friends and family and key people, even strangers that I run into. How do I explain to them that they should buy from me because it's 30, 40, 50% more in cost? So that doesn't make any sense. So one thing I can promise you for sure is that you're not going to find the product that we're going to talk about tonight on the Amazon shelf because it's going to be exclusive to you. So let's watch a video very quickly. Next slide, please.
For decades, everyone's been telling us what nutritional supplements our bodies need. Throughout generations, our DNA is already known. And today, one company takes human history into the 21st century. Because every body is unique. And your DNA is the authority on your body's nutritional needs. Introducing Uforia, a nutritional supplement unique to every one of us because it's custom designed for each of us based on our DNA. No more guessing. No more risking deficiency or toxicity. No more wasting money. Just 100% you. Customized design. Delivered to your door. And affordable. Your parents gave you your DNA. But this isn't your parents' nutrition. This is your own designer nutrition. This is your Utrition. Uforia. Being you never felt better.
Being you never felt better. I absolutely love that tagline. I absolutely love the branding. I love the fact that this company, Ron Williams, the co-founder, had the intelligence to actually come with a brand that is so unique to us and to you. And so when I spoke about the Amazon issue and not finding us out there, the exclusive marketing rights that we have in front of us is just amazing. And we're not going to run into the issues like you see on this slide. Do you remember when you went to Blockbuster and you bought a video? I mean, what do you think Blockbuster people feel like now after Netflix hit the airways, right? And then the vinyl records, for those of us that are old enough to remember the vinyl records and the turntables, those all went by the wayside, as soon as the digital age hit. And of course, when we look down in the bottom right corner of this slide, we see vitamin A, B, C, and so on and so on. This is what is about to happen because of the brilliant business plan that Uforia Science has put in place. They're going to take your individual DNA analysis and they're going to put it into an idea for nutrition that we nicknamed Utrition. And the same thing is going to happen in the nutrition world that happened to Blockbuster. We believe that we're going to make an incredible impact in that arena. I've heard Ron Williams say he thinks that we'll be the most significant health and wellness company in the world. So how does that strike everybody to be at the ground floor? I know for Sharon and I, it's an opportunity that we didn't want to pass up. I love being in the foundation of a product that's just starting and it's got a competitive edge. Next slide, please. So one of the things that works so well for our Uforia marketing is the fact that we've got an intellectual software that is attached to the machine that is created to help us with creating our blind nutrition. And I'm sorry, I said
Not
that
our blind
wrong.
nutrition.
No,
Our DNA nutrition.
Our DNA, our designer nutrition. And so I'm going to explain what that means. But for 20 years, it's been in the making to create a machine that was able to take your personal self, your DNA information, and through that, it's going to produce a barcode, and it's going to have unique formulas. One of them is extracted specifically for you out of over 400 million unique formulas. One of those is going to be you, and we call that our nutrition. Next slide, please. So the beginning of the end of blind nutrition, just like the beginning of the end for the Blockbusters and the beginning of the end of the vinyl records and all of that, the beginning of the end now is for the blind nutrition that we're all familiar with ever since we were little babies growing up. You know, your moms and dads have all gone into the drugstores and they've looked at the shelves and they've said, well, maybe this is the right thing, you know, or maybe I should add a little more of this or that. And while there's a lot of wonderful products out in the world, none of them have been able to target specifically to what your body is asking for. And we're all so different. We're also very, very unique. And the ability now through the discovery of the human genome, being able to take your DNA and go into world-class labs and target specific designer nutrition is what Uforia Science is all about. Next slide, please. And Sharon and I have witnessed those world-class labs, okay? At least some of them. And it's just amazing the upscale 21st century science that's going into this, and the people that are behind it. Uforia is HIPAA compliant and it's CLIA certified. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. This is a world-class operation. We're extremely proud of that.
Yep.
Next slide. So you heard me hit on the Nutritionator. So let's talk about that for a second. The one and only. And here's what it does. It blends and it labels your very own nutrition on the fly. And we're going to talk here in a few minutes about your specific 18 SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphisms. This machine picks from 18 specific VATs from 18 of your genes, just as unique as your fingerprints, and is able to extract exactly down to the microgram exactly what your body is now speaking back to you and telling you that it wants. And the blending is just unbelievable. And I could be off a little, but I'm thinking I heard them say it can handle like 3,000 customers in an eight-hour process. And the fact that it took 20 years, or the better part of 20 years to design, and then to integrate the intellectual software in it. Think about it. This is the only machine on the planet that does that. This is what separates Uforia Nutrition from all the other nutrition companies out there. They just can't even compare. So that's very, very exciting. Next slide. So Sharon, you want to tell them a little bit about those 18 specific SNPs?
Yes, this is so unbelievable that they take these 18 SNPs from your DNA, and we're talking about if you have a healthy immune system, if you have a healthy heart, the vitamin D, B12, all these are being tested. And what's cool is that you're going to get a 35-page report, and what it's going to tell you is a green mark means that neither parent gave you these variants. A yellow mark means one parent gave you the variant. And a red mark means both parents gave you a variant. If you get a couple of red marks, that probably means that you have a better chance of getting one of these. And so our nutrition is going to help ward against any of these problems. So this is really, I know it's science and a lot of things are, some people can't even, pronounce, but you want to look into these, and we do have beautiful slides that explain each one of these. And when I got my report back, I was really pleasantly surprised that I did not get any red marks, but I also got a lot of yellow. So that kind of made me a little worried that one of my parents gave me one of these things. And so when Randy and I actually got our DNA reports back and got our supplements back, his was different than mine, which was so cool, and how it targets each individual SNP. Next slide, please.
And yes, I wasn't as perfect as Sharon.
No,
I
it's
had
not
3.
perfect. So we have 100 plant-based peer-reviewed ingredients. This is important to me, okay? They're all organic, they're non-GMO, they're vegan. For those vegans out there, that's very important. Plus we have vitamins and minerals. So we're a one-stop deal here. I do not take anything else but my Uforia supplements. I used to take a number of things. I used to take a multivitamin. I used to take a vitamin D, calcium. I used to take magnesium. Now I don't. I just take my Uforia supplements because it's got everything that my body needs. And I like the fact that I'm going to get more nutrition from these with organic foods, which means plants. So next slide, please. So here are those 100 plant-based peer-reviewed ingredients. I mean, just look at them. You got flaxseed, and flaxseed is amazing for, it's a fiber, so it's amazing for cholesterol. We have, kiwi fruit, we have frankincense, we have garlic, we have carrots, we have everything, apples, you name it, every berry is in here. So you're getting loaded with a ton of antioxidants, and what we need for antioxidants is those antioxidants attack the free radicals of your cells. The free radicals of your cells is what produces the diseases in our body. So we want to attack them with good, wonderful 100 plant-based ingredients. Next slide, please. Okay, Randy.
So we acknowledge that our DNA is the authority in what our body needs. And for the first time ever, your body can really talk back to you. Now, here's the deal. A lot of people, they don't realize that they're ignorant to certain situations. I know I was, and they may ask, what will this product do for our body? What's it really going to do for me? But what you're going to find out after trying it, you all of a sudden are going to get wise to the fact that your body is going to respond, to what it can do by having the product. And all of a sudden you'll start to anticipate feeling better and better, and then you are feeling better and better. We personally have got so much more energy now, and we
sleep better.
We've tossed a lot of, as Sharon mentioned, a lot of the products out of our shelves, and this is it for us. I happen to be very low in magnesium, and so if I was excessively tired or working out, I had a tendency to cramp up, and the sleeplessness of that was kind of a burden at times. Right. And so we're finding that a much more REM sleep on our product. That's just a little, personal observation. So anyway, your Uforia gives your body a voice now, and that's just amazing. Next slide. So the product is amazing, and that was something that was very important to Sharon and I. If we were going to also consider a supplemental income and business opportunity. And so the first half of this presentation is all about our product. And, coming down the road, it's hard to say what all we will be able to create through the knowledge of our own personal DNA. And with the Nutritionator in our hip pocket, we've got a rock solid product that's so proprietary, so patented, and you're not going to find it, out there in the marketplace. It's undercutting your value. All right. So if you're looking for a little bit of money, as I said at the beginning, or maybe you're looking to just pay a mortgage or to pay off debt. I've never been engaged with a company for as limited short period of time in this startup that has rewarded and given back to us as rapidly as we've had it happen. And in business, I've always looked for or wanted to recognize a need for people. So what greater need is there for people than their health? Okay, you could have already millions of dollars, but if you're in poor health or your health goes down the tubes, what's the money going to do for you? It's your health. It's your nutrition that's going to really help you succeed. And so then if you can attach a business plan and an opportunity to a competitive edge idea, you really have something. And in the business world, I have to tell you, on a personal level, I've been engaged on a part-time capacity for quite a few years, that a lot of times I was able to create a full-time income just working a few hours a week, just sharing with individuals. And this business is so rewarding. So let's get into it a little bit. Next slide, please. So you can do several things with Uforia. If you want to have an in-home based business, obviously there's a lot of times tax advantages to just, I think it was Robert Kiyosaki that said, if you have an in-home based business, or you should have one, to even just help that right out of the gate from a business perspective, to have the tax incentives and the write-offs. But Uforia, you can be just a customer, and that's not going to require a membership fee at all. You can refer new customers through a replicated site if you're just a customer and you're paying for your nutrition every month. Do you know that if you just represent, or not represent, but if you share with 4 people and they decide to also be customers, that then will allow you to have your supplements for free.
Correct.
And so that's an incentive. It's a great referral program. There's no monthly requirements. And you get notifications on special sales, products, webinars, and a lot of our U of U trainings are just amazing. Ron Williams, our co-founder, just does an absolutely incredible job in sharing with people body, mind, and spirit. And you can upgrade to be a nutritionist now at any time. And, commissions aren't paid retroactively. So my advice is, if you're looking for a business, you want to become a nutritionist as fast as you can. But whenever you decide to start your business, the membership fee is $40 a year. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I happen to own a limousine company right now, and I promise you, I don't drive a $40 car. I mean, it's just amazing to be able to get in business, for $39.95 a year. So you can refer new customers through your replicated site as well, being a nutritionist. And then once you start building other nutritionists, that's certainly the income from that is going to more than offset any expense that you have for your own personal nutrition. And you can participate in the comp plan to earn commissions and ranks. We'll talk about that a little bit more. There's 100 in personal qualified volume monthly requirement to maintain your business, but that's a no-brainer because just having and using the product yourself or having your spouse use it, you're qualified. And you get notifications for customers, for the business-related news, trainings, and everything that we do. So it's a very, very well-rounded program. Next slide, please. So we have 5 ways to earn, and I'll just briefly go through this. And if you have interest, I really, really encourage you to get together, by phone or email or in person with the person that invited you to this webinar, and learn a little deeper about the compensation. We've got a beautiful comp plan that you can actually print off and read. You can go online and read it to your heart's content, and it really breaks down everything. But just to highlight it, the 5 ways to earn, the first start bonus is weekly, and you're paid on your enrollment tree on new members on the commissionable volume. A second way is we have what we call a UFortune pool. That's paid to you monthly, and it's paid on or based on the global commissionable volume from new members. The third way is a residual bonus, and that's paid monthly. And your placement tree really kind of shows you, and depending on what that is on your commissionable volume from members in that first 30 days, that is just, that could be just fun. That's all I can tell you. And then we have the D&D bonus, the dividends that you can earn from that, again, is paid on your enrollment tree per the pre-trition and the utrition. And last but not least, the revenue sharing. When you reach our top level, Rainmaker is just insane. And I've been around the block. I've seen a lot of companies out there and a lot of their comp plans. I've never seen a comp plan that really, if you follow to detail and step by step, the time, energy, and effort that I think it would take to build this business relative to the compensation that you get back, it's insane. So that rev share is a big deal. We'll probably talk on that a little bit more. Next slide. So we have levels that you want to achieve in Uforia, and it goes from beginner to builder to producer to mover to the level shaker where Sharon and I currently are. Imagine, in a 60-day level that we've been able to reach the shaker level. And I humbly say to you that because of a magnificent group of people that we are in business relationships with and have come into this business with us, we're knocking on the door to influencers. So let's take a look at the influencer, because we have world-class training here. For those of you that have ever heard of the man Eric Worre, Eric is beyond reproach as far as a mentor and a person to teach and train about how to build huge organizations and to actually build multi-million-dollar organizations. And he says, focus on becoming an influencer factory. So to be an influencer, you would build up to your level of 3 legs or more with at least 5,000 to basically qualify 5,000 in commissionable, QV, which is qualified volume. And that opens up, it's like the key that opens up the depth in the business. And you can see then that on the next level down, you would get paid 8% and 8%, and it goes all the way down 7, 6, 5, 2, and so on. When you unlock the key to the influencer level, amazing things start to happen to your income. And last but not least, you work your way up into the ranks. And when you become a Rainmaker, you get it. You can see down at the bottom of Rainmaker, you earn a revenue share that is 1% of the entire company's commissionable volume. And it's split among all the other paid Rainmakers. And that's paid on a quarterly basis. But folks, if you read our comp plan to detail, when you see the numbers, it will blow your mind. There will be, I'm going to make the prediction, there will be people, there will be people that won't just make $1 million a year. There's going to be people that will make $1 million a month. There may be people that make much, much more than that. Probably at the age of 64, like Randy, maybe you know,
like dirt.
the equivalent to an NFL contract. You know, I'm just saying, where are you going to go to have an opportunity? You know, recognize with people an opportunity, and then relate that to your goals and to you and your family. And then all you have to do is just assimilate the knowledge like we've done in a very short period of time and apply the principles of success, and it's going to happen. Yep. Okay, next slide, please. So when you order your Uforia kit, okay, because this is what drives your business. This is what you can actually take your DNA test with. Here's what's inside of it. You have an instruction card, and you have a box in there that has your pre-trition. There's 180 veggie caps in there. The pre-trition is like a prebiotic. It's just a gentle cleanse. I absolutely loved the pre-trition. Sharon?
Yes, we all love the pre-trition. It made us feel great because it is a gentle cleanse, but not a going to the restroom gentle cleanse. It's a nice cleanse for your body. It actually gets rid of the bad bacteria in your gut and increases the good bacteria in your gut so that it can accept the nutrition when you get that then in the next 4 weeks after you send in your swab. So we absolutely loved it.
So there's 2 swabs in there. You hold the outside of your cheek and you put the swab on the inside and you rotate it around on the left cheek on the inside. And then you take the second swab and you rotate that around and you put it inside the black envelope that's ready to then be put in. It's a black envelope that's sterile, and you seal it. It's so simple. And then you put it inside the mailing envelope that's prepaid, and off it goes. Now, before you are done with that, you want to go on and register your box. Your box has a registration number on the back side of it, and you have a very specific login and page that you can go to log in your information. And also inside your box, there's going to be a discount coupon currently. I don't know how long this is going to last, but for normally it would be $199 for your lab test, which, let's be real, that's ridiculous. That's really not very expensive.
No, not at all. $199 to have a lab fee, but we get $100 off. This is huge.
So, for $99, you want to put that coupon's number in on your information, and when you register, and you're going to save $100. So really, in this pre-launch, guys, this is so ground floor exciting, and you're going to get all the perks of what you really usually don't get when you join with the company, right?
Right. Exactly.
Next slide, please. So if getting one kit isn't exciting enough, if you're a business-minded individual and you say, look, I know tons of people that would love to swab their cheeks, get a 35-page report analysis, all electronic, encrypted, just specific to them. I know tons of people that would do that. I could build customers all over the United States and Canada right now. And once we really launch and we have that going, I'm sure the next step is international. So how big can you think? How big can you dream? If you order 3 kits, if you get a 3-pack, I call it a 3 bundle, now you're going to get 15% off. You'll save $72. Okay? It's an amazing thing, and the discounts and dividend on that alone is a $30 rebate. Okay? But 3-pack, I look at that and I go, well, 1 for me, 1 for Sharon, and then I only have 1 to sell. And I tell you, just experience the difference, because if you have them in hand, you can't keep them. When you start to show and tell, you can't hang on to them. And I can't tell you, when I've been out of them, how often I've talked to people and they say, well, do you have a kit? Do you have a packet like you're describing? And I'm like, oh, shucks, I don't. So then I give them a website of where to go order. But it's not the same. It's not as fast.
No.
It's not like just handing them. So, you know, a 3-pack is good for me, Sharon, and one other person. So why not have a 5-pack so that I can give 3 people the advantage? And now I'm going to get a 20% off. Are you kidding me? The D&D return on that is $75. So, you know, I like to go for let's go for it. All right. And in a 10-pack, if you were to buy a 10-pack, you're going to save a whopping 25%. Now that's a big deal. Plus what you would earn out of selling a kit on the first level. Are you kidding me? And now your dividend, you're looking at a $200 advantage there. I mean, for people that really want to get into the business in a big way, I mean, buy the 10-packs and buy them every month. And then find your customer base and rock and roll. Next slide, please. So this is truly a life-giving culture. The best of the personal and professional development is here. Ron Williams does the U of U program, and he is an amazing singer, songwriter, motivator, a person that is just so unique in his own rights. And he is the uniqueness of you in my eyes. And we just love and respect what he's about and what he represents. He's been very successful in other startup businesses and representations. And he and Terry LaCour wanted to have the best of the best in training to the field. So what did they do? They went out and they got Eric Worre. And Eric is unbelievable. He is the king of kings when it comes to sharing with people how to build an in-home based business that could erupt to a full-time career and into the millions of dollars. He's done it. This dude is paid a lot just to represent his GoPro company and products, and he's never really put his name out there on any one company. And he's come about as close as anybody in Uforia, and we have him as an exclusive trainer. So that's a huge competitive edge. And if you were to buy his GoPro program, you would spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get involved with Eric Worre. Would you believe that because we represent Uforia Science, that we get all his material for free? We've got a back office where we've got all of his videos and all of his PDF files that you normally would never have that advantage. So we're blessed to have these two gentlemen. Next slide, please. Well, gee, I was just getting warmed up. So here's the deal. I know that for Randy and Sharon, at our ages now, we're looking for a home that we know we can make money while we're sleeping. We're looking for something that is the right place at the right time. And we know if we do the repetition in that effort, it's a shoo-in. The money is phenomenal, but having the money and having a product that is so wonderful and so good for people is probably the biggest reward of all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to throw it back to
Yes, thanks,
Rob.
everybody. And
Sharon, you want to say anything?
No, we're just really blessed to be part of this team, and also very thankful that you asked us to present tonight. And so we're just very thrilled about this company, and we look forward to being with all the training and the events and meeting new people every day.
Absolutely. We got an event coming up here in Las Vegas in June that is you got to be there, because being you never felt better.
Right.
Is that right, Rob?
That's right. That's right. Hey, awesome, guys. Rock on. You're watching, anybody watching a replay, you're watching a Rainmaker couple in the making right now, on their way up, no doubt. You'll see them. They'll be true top producers and top leaders, and proud to have them in Uforia. So thank you guys. We're going to definitely be hearing from you many times on our up and comings. I want to reach out right now while I have a few people that I see that are joining us. I'd love for them to be unmuted. The first one I want to call is my good friend, even though I haven't seen her in several weeks right now, but I see her online right here, Miss Kim Wells. Kim, I see you online. Love for you to be unmuted here for a moment and just share with people why you are excited about Uforia, what your, just what you think about the product, about the company, about the technology, etc. So let's unmute my good friend and stranger. I haven't seen her for weeks, Miss Kim Wells.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. Hi Sharon, hi Randy. Uforia, wow, mind blown. I just got my second shipment of Uforia. I feel much better than I felt in a long time. I've got energy. I'm waiting to go back to my doctor to see how my A1C levels are being affected by this. I have high hopes. I don't know for sure, but I'm really excited to see what my body's going to do with Uforia. It has been an interesting journey. I was just looking at our back office and realizing that I put in a little bit of work, I get some money. I put some more work, I get more money. I like the way this works. So I'm just real happy to be here, and thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Kim. Can't wait to see how that goes when you go back to the doc, see how that's going. And I'm randomly calling these people out. They have no idea that we're actually calling on them, but I actually see them on the call. And they're excited about the business here. And I just said hello out of Irving, Texas. Love to unblock. And I know he's fired up about Uforia and excited that this could create some time freedom, some residual income, and give a lot of families, including his, what it is people are looking for. I'd like to unblock Bobby Kolita. Bobby, I may have not pronounced your last name correct, but you can just give me an apology right there. Maybe just kind of tell me if I did or how far off I was, how I messed that up. Kalika?
Yes.
Kalika?
Kalika.
Right, I wasn't that bad off. So anyway, out of Irving, Texas, love for you to share what your thoughts are, what your feelings are, why you're here, and what you think this company, where we're going to be with you being part of it. So welcome to the call out of Irving, Bobby.
Yes. Robert, first of all, Sharon and Randy, kudos to you. Great presentation. I'm very excited. I recently got my 3-pack, so I'm taking the pre-trition, and yeah, I'm sleeping real good at night, real good. And I got, Randy, I got you by 4 years. So I am retired. I was in the convention and trade show business and special events, and watched all these companies on the trade shows and helped them out as far as the operations. And of course, Stana, she introduced me to Randy and Sharon, and I'm very, very excited. It's a win-win. My philosophy as I'm getting up in age is to give to other people what I've got. And you can't do it any better with what has been developed by Uforia. I see the machinery. I used to do Pack Expo. I've seen a lot of machineries, and on those shows, people are taking pictures they're not supposed to. And anyways, I'm looking, like I say, a win-win, and that would be to financially have no worries in this retirement, and also good health and keeping my good health. So I'm excited when I'll start getting my report once I'm done with this pre-trition, and it's just marvelous. It's opened up a whole new world for me. And in the culture of the people is very important. The unity and sharing good thoughts, good people, and it's to the moon and the stars and back again to this earth. So I am very pleased in joining Uforia. That's about it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Bob. Love seeing you on the call, having you back again and revisit with us sometimes. Thanks for joining in. And let's bring up one more. She has no idea, but I see her on the call, and I've actually done a couple calls with her in the past, and she absolutely loves Uforia, and that's none other than my good friend Jill Greenidge, and I think I pronounced that correctly, Greenidge. So anyway, let's unblock Jill because I see her out there. Love for her to chime in. She can share with you where she's from, what her background is, why she's fired up about Uforia. So over to you, our good friend Jill.
Hey Rob, how you doing?
Good.
Awesome. Well, my name's Jill. I'm from the Chicagoland area. My husband and I own a gym in the Joliet area. And when this was brought to our attention, we got really excited. A friend of mine and I jumped in the car, went down to Dallas, saw the laboratories, got to listen to the doctors speak, the scientists, got to meet Ron. So that was absolutely amazing. At that point, I was already like, this is the deal. And then Ron actually came to our gym and did a live presentation. So that was really awesome to have the CEO at our very own gym. We had a few people jump on board with us, and we just kept moving forward. John and I have both gotten results from the product, from the pre-trition and now on the nutrition, and we feel amazing. And we're just sharing the deal. And then every once in a while, we go back in our back office and we see, oh, we got paid. So that's pretty exciting. So to us, this was absolutely a no-brainer. We see the value in it, how it can help our clientele, and so many other family and friends.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for sharing, Jill. And if you are a guest, you watched in tonight, you're watching a replay, get back to the person that invited you and get your questions answered. There is an amazing opportunity. It's one of a kind. You got to hear from some people tonight, starting out with the Klines and several others of why they're excited. And as you can tell, this is actually attracting some, just like Randy said, some very high caliber professionals because of what this is. This doesn't require the hype or the smoke, the overselling and over pitching like you often hear from different company products, ingredients, and all this other nonsense. I say this today, it's, I just turned 50 and it's 2019. I watch two things out here. I watch people seem like they're sick and tired of being pitched. And when you offer a business opportunity to people, the only thing that turns them away is they're sick and tired of pitching. I want you to think about that for a second. There's a lot of people that are sick and tired of being pitched. And there's a lot of people sick and tired of pitching. Now, if I asked you about Uber, did Uber need to pitch people? No. They just gave a better mousetrap. And in a short amount of time, they took a huge chunk out of that marketplace in major cities around the globe. Do we need to pitch? Absolutely not. All we need to do is share. Because we have a better mousetrap, because we have a better solution for the end user, because they don't need to be pitched anymore. They don't need to guess anymore. Their body will tell them exactly what it is that they need. It takes it completely away. You want to talk about a paradigm shift, a disruptive technology? This is it. This is your chance to actually be a part of and to be at the very forefront of something that will forever change the game in health, wellness, beauty, etc. Not just in nutrition, which you're seeing right now. Wait till you see what's coming around the corner. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody, and have a good night.
All right, Rob.
Good night.
Good night, guys.